What's up?
What part of DC are you from?
Northeast,
Around where?
18 Month Road, Old Street, Newton Street, right there by Taft, the alternative school, off of Rhode Island.
Do you hang around a lot around here? Do you remember?
Around who?
Around 18th and around.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Stomping ground. I was, man, shit. Back when I was young, we was everywhere. I was in TLB, the go-go band, prominent go-go band. So we had shows every weekend. We was all over the place. I wasn't just no regular kid. You know what I mean? Everybody else probably waking up late as shit on the weekend and whatnot. I was already at band practice, getting ready for 4 shows that day. You know what I mean? So I had a different lifestyle.
So I know you went to Wilson, but where else did you go in DC? Like public school?
We can give you the whole resume. I started off at elementary school at Amadon. All the way I graduated out there 6th grade. I went to Germany for 1 year in that joint when I was in 4th grade. Then I came back and finished the rest of it till 6th grade. Went to Jeff. You know what I mean? So that was already set me up for going to Wilson. You know what I mean? Because that was like homeschool. I went to Jeff till 8th grade. And I went to Bo at 9th grade. That's up there uptown by Georgia Avenue and shit.
Are they still open?
Well, Bo, the building might be still open. It might be a new name though, but the building's still there. But I don't know if it's a school or anything. It used to be CATS, PS, PCS and stuff. That was like when CATS first started. And then got put out of there, ended up in an alternative school called Foundation out of White Flint, 5-level joint. And then ended up in Wilson for the rest of my years.
You graduated from Wilson?
Nope. Took my GED.
How do you feel about the DCPS public school system? Like, you think you learned a lot from it? They do you well?
Yeah, it had definitely changed from when I was going here. They spending money on y'all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all got all this equipment, state-of-the-art computers. Back in the day, they wouldn't give us this. We was stealing. Y'all still got that little camera shop right there by the Domino's?
No.
Oh, Radio Shack?
No, it ain't no radio shop. It's a little rinky-dink little joint that'll take anything you go in that joint with.
No.
We was going in there cleaning this joint. For any little equipment that that one stapled down to the floor, we was walking around with that shit, taking right across the street, selling that there. They wouldn't dare give us no IMAX or none of that, you know what I mean?
That's wild.
But yeah, DC I ain't gonna lie, DC stepping that game up. Dunbar, that stuff up. You said Cardoza, this joint, like,
Baloo.
Yeah, Baloo, I ain't gonna lie, it's a far step from where I last left off, when I last was in here. I can only speak on when I was in school. You know, it's typical complaints. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing outrageous. It ain't like they was beating kids or nothing. You know what I mean? It's like,
What was your favorite subject in school?
I ain't had no favorite subject. I didn't really like school. I never had school spirit.
Yeah.
I never liked going to pep rally. If everybody was in the auditorium and pep rally, I'm outside smoking or doing something else. I just never like being around everybody else. And I never like crowds that I can't control.
Yeah.
It's just too much going on and something going on down that end, something going on down that end. And I ain't got the control over it. Like y'all see me in my show, you know, I got control over that crowd. You know, they stopped dancing. You saw they about to fight in the corner. I stopped the whole fight. What? Was that the DC joint at Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
They about to fight. Yeah, I stopped the whole fight. I mean, you got crowd control. So I ain't never used to like being around a lot of people. But you know, you got to deal with it when you're in school. You know?
I feel you. So I've heard in an interview you did in the past that you said DC is changing and you don't like it. Can you elaborate on that?
Back in the day, like, from what I know, we didn't used to, first of all, everybody never about fame or who you was, like as far as like, especially with music or anything like that. If you ain't had no street credibility, if somebody couldn't pull your work up in the streets, then we wasn't trying to hear anything else you was talking about. You know what I mean?
Now, DC, these kids, I ain't say the kid, because really people my age who done changed the script. They don't care who they had problems with now. They all just want to, you know what I mean, get on. So it's like, I don't care if I had problems with you back in the day. Let's be friends, and you know what I mean? You up right now, let's be friends. But back in the day, people didn't used to act like that. Like, it never, if we had problems and you was up, I'm not about to stop having problems with you just because you up. You know what I mean? We're going to just have problems. And that's what it's going to be till the end. You might go up and I might go up, and you might go down and I might go down. But we're going to have problems, regardless. It ain't just because you up or you somebody now, let's squash all this beef. DC ain't never used to get down like that. So I don't know where all this. But, you know, it's a new generation. Kids going to school, actually. You know what I mean? And actually want to be in school and actually get here on time. And statistically showing y'all there's more kids doing better numbers on tests. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Especially from when I was going to school. Like, the thing to do was not go to school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you had a book bag, you was not in. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's a whole different ball game now. Kids wearing book bags in school. They proud to be in school. You know what I mean? They proud to be here. They happy to be on time. But look what y'all got. Y'all got facilities that some kids that's in DC, Southeast DC, don't got a MacBook that big. You know what I mean? That iPad, iMac, whatever, that big in their house. They probably ain't got one of these in 5-block radius from their whole hood. So of course he probably happy to go to school. Of course it's warm in here, he got food in here, he like, yeah, I'm gonna go to school. But back then it wasn't like that. We didn't want to go to school. You know what I mean?
How'd you start off rapping?
I was in go-go. And anybody know go-go ain't nowhere near rapping. And then I wasn't even on the mic. I was in the back line playing percussions, congos, and timbales.
Play you play instruments?
Yeah, I used to. And when I was in the band, one of our keyboard players, Roger beat, like he ended up making a transition from go-go to rapping, producing, for, you know what I mean, rap beats and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it was just like a joke one day. He was like, man, yeah, you should rap. He was going to get Big G, Chris, and like 2 other people who were like go-go band lead mics, you know what I mean, that were known in the city to rap on a song or something. It was just a stupid idea, but, you know what I mean, I wrote some bars for it, and I liked what I wrote. I was like, man, I ain't know I could do that, you know what I mean, like that. Mm-hmm. And I just kept writing. Like that whole week, the whole next month after that, I just had Roger in my house just taking every beat he was making, and I just writing songs. I had endless songs all over the floor. I used to call that shit like Beethoven. One Beethoven, the one that was deaf, or was it Mozart? Beethoven was deaf, right? He had all that work all on his ground. Like he couldn't hear not one lick of music, for real. He could hear a little bit, but his whole floor was covered with what's them joints they call? What's them songs? They not even called songs. That shit that Beethoven made. It's
composition.
Yeah, composition. Like he composed that shit. You know what I mean? That shit all over the floor. He can't even barely walk. And he got all this music that he just wrote. You know what I mean? That's how I was looking at my shit. And then I just ain't never stopped with it. A lot of people ain't gonna make it if they, you know what I mean, go full throttle for a few months and then get tired of doing it. So I just ain't never get tired of doing it. That's why I'm here right now. You know what I mean? Other people ain't see progress in they stuff and they process, so they just faded away. But I stuck with it, basically.
What kind of rappers or other rappers influenced you to start rapping? Where do you get your sound from, basically?
Gucci and Boozy got me on rap. Like I said, I was in a go-go band. And anybody, like I said, you know, DC era back then, like, we didn't listen to anything else but go-go. Like, it wasn't no... especially back then, when rap was back in, like, the early 2000s, rap was lame. 50 Cent, you know what I mean? Like, who I want to hit it? Ja Rule? Like, who I want to hit it? Like, I was in go-go immersed until Boozy came out and showed me that a real street nigga, like, really get some money. Like, he's actually showing me that he was getting money. Like, y'all seen the video? He said it was throwing 100 for like 30 minutes. If y'all see one, I'll put me out there while I'm moving. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, that's real. Like, I ain't never know that rappers could do that.
Yeah.
I just thought they was all gimmicks and all, you know what I mean, renting cars and all, you know what I mean? And then Gucci and Boozy got me on my rap. And I wasn't never really, like, I didn't listen to rap my whole life. I didn't aspire to be a rapper.
Mm-hmm. If you're in rap, what do you think you're doing right now?
I can't see anything else because I chose this. You know what I mean? Like, I had the vision for this, so that's what I saw. Like, if I wouldn't have saw that, then I wouldn't be doing nothing. I'd probably be doing the same shit. Probably in a band, probably on a block, probably, I don't know what I was doing. Ain't no telling. Mad that I'm rapping, man.
So, you know about the Trayvon Martin situations and all that. How do you feel about that? Like, when you hear that young black man getting killed day by feds, and it's like, no justice to them, how does that make you feel?
Alright, that's a whole nother story. I'm a real big conspiracy believer, like, so I can start going in a whole bunch of other, we can go 5 different directions, whichever one you want to work with this. You know, we could talk for days about this, but like, it is sad because, you know, the way we done lived the past 100 years, 200 years, we used to that. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know nothing else. Like, we can't, what are we going to do? Protest? People been protesting for years, ain't nothing happened. Like, you know what I mean, we just sit there and let them do it. It's really gonna come down to a revolution, and you know, it's famous shit, all that. They ready to bag our ass up. We about to be lab rats and all that. They got concentration camps and railroads ready in the middle of Idaho, in the middle of the state. You know what I mean? In the middle of the USA, waiting for us for like. That's some bunch of shit, man. Like, New World Order, man. I ain't gonna go there, though, man. Trayvon Martin situation is fucked up, but that's what's happening out here. You know what I mean? That's what's going on in America. Now, everybody, either they can wake up and see, or we just gonna keep living like how we live. And even if everybody wake up and see, what can we really do? We know that our government ain't doing everything they say they do. Like, you know what I mean? They doing some little shady stuff, you know what I mean? A lot of the wars was for resources and stuff, not for what they said it was, you know what I mean? We birds for real, though. We believe whatever they tell us. They say Afghanistan is who we got a problem with, then we got a problem with Afghanistan. They say Pakistan, and we got a problem. We don't know. We don't do the research and find out what's going on. So we really can't sit here and stop get mad about, you know what I mean, because we don't even know. There's other cases like Trayvon Martin, millions of them, you know what I mean? Then it's contradictions to them, whereas some kid, Trayvon age, probably did the thing that, what was the guy that killed Trayvon?
The cop?
Nah, Zimmerman, you know what I mean? It's probably some white kid in America who out here knocking 5 black people down right now, and they get him with a. What was we at? Who was telling us that story yesterday about that kid who was so privileged that we was watching that D.L. Hughley joint. The guy D.L. Hughley said it was an incident where it was a white kid that said that the lawyer said he was so privileged his whole life that he didn't know right from wrong or nothing like that. He didn't know that, you know, he ran over 4 black people and they was like, he was so privileged his whole life he couldn't tell right from wrong or something, and they just let him go away with it, you know what I mean? But then they got Zimmerman who shot Trayvon Martin for walking around with Skittles and a hoodie, and he gets shot and murdered. You know what I mean? It's the same age as that white kid who was privileged, and his killer gets off, and the white kid as the killer gets off. You know what I mean? But let's say that was on the other foot. How would that? You know what I mean? We can still, I don't even like talk about that. It really like
It brings up so much.
And it brings a lot. And then the worst thing about it is you can talk all day, but it's really not too much you can do. We know what the government is doing. You know what I mean? We know they watching us. We ain't got no privacy. Y'all swear y'all got privacy. We ain't got no privacy. They know where we at. They know what we doing. What we gonna do about it? I'm still gonna turn my phone on. You know what I mean? There's nothing we can do. You can just know what's going on. I hope you ain't one of them. That's how I feel.
Well, I think that you're on the come up right now, as Alfie said, and a lot of black males in DC look up to you. What kind of message are you going to try to send to them if they're looking up to you?
Yeah, I never see it like that, but then I did, cause like I said, I was in the bands. I always seen like she already knew who I was since I was 16. I was on the radio since back then, but I never looked at myself like, oh, people actually look at me and like idolize me or something like that. Like that's new to me. And with new environments, you adapt to it. You know what I mean? So, of course, now that I realize that I got power. I was talking about this the other day. Like I really got power where I can say this is cool, and everybody gonna think that's cool. Like that's power. Like I say, this Gleesh water hoodie is everything right now. This is what it is, and everybody be like, oh, that Gleesh water hoodie is it. Let's go get that. And like, you know what I mean? Like my manager had told me the other day, with great power comes great responsibility. That was quoted from Spider-Man. He didn't even know he was quoting Spider-Man's grandma. He didn't even know it. You know what I mean? Real shit though. You gotta take it how, you know what I mean, how you get it. Like I've been blessed, so you gotta bless people with this shit. You know what I mean? I give opportunities out. Like I did, like on my last mixtape, some kid walked up to me and knew who I was. And like, oh, give me 5 minutes, give me 5 minutes. And I listened to him, and he ended up making it on the joint. And another producer that was in there, he looking at me like, so you ain't know him? You just let him walk up in and get on his beat, just then, like, you know what I mean? Like somebody blessed me, didn't know who I was back in the day, let me get to right here.
Yeah.
I did the same thing for the guy who just asked that question. Like, I ain't know you 2 months ago. I'm blessing you. Why can't the next man get the blessing? You know what I mean? Straight up.
So, I know you hang out with A$AP Rocky and Monet, but y'all like have different styles. So, what's your relationship like with them?
I was talking about this the other day too. Like, it's crazy that I be knowing these people. Like, I could be able to pick up the phone and just call them and they answer, like text and all that, whatever. However I want to communicate with them, it's easy to communicate. Rocky, everybody like Rocky, I fuck with them. You know what I mean? It's not, I don't really like too many people, especially in the industry. And I really don't like doing music with too many people, because that's when friendships turn into business and everything get finicky, you know what I mean? So it's not, I don't really like, me and Rocky and McCona, like, me and McCona, we did a song together, but that wasn't like something that me and him sitting in the booth together. It was a producer wanting us on the same thing. Like, I don't really like doing songs with people who I say is my friend in the industry or something, like who I could be cool with. Because then they start feeling some way, like they feel like I might have to tweet the video out, or I owe them some type of promotion or something like that, you know what I mean? So it's always turned into something. But Rocky cool. He the reason he know me, my man James, rest in peace James. James put him on to me and stuff. And James an innovator. He just told Rocky everything about me, you know, before my movement, like, you know what I mean? Like you said on the come up, he saw the come up before the come up, you know what I mean? Rest in peace, James. Coney, cool. There's a bunch of dudes in the industry I'm cool with. Like, they know me. I'm not saying necessarily say I fuck with them, got a relationship with them. I don't really hang with too many people. I bang with Fredo. Everybody else in the industry, man, they come and go. You know what I mean? I can't hold you with them.
How do you feel about other DC rappers?
Man, y'all know what DC like, man. We a crab, we're a barrel of crab, man, and we all haters. Like, you a hater, I'm a hater, we all haters. Like, anybody doing something that you doing, you don't like. Trust me, I know. Just like I know somebody doing what you doing, you ain't really feeling it like that. It's just the environment that we was raised in. Like, see, in Atlanta, it's not like that. One person making beats and this other person making beats. Like, oh, let's collab, let's get together, let's, you know what I mean? Or this guy shooting videos and this guy shooting videos. Like, oh, what's the tips on that? What's that? But we not raised like that in DC. We raised in hate. Like how I said, I used to be on that trash can in the hallway. I'm from Northeast, and it's like a Southwest school. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't know. I knew everybody in Southwest, but y'all ain't from my hood, so I don't owe you guys nothing to even hit there and bang with you. You know what I mean? But as far as other DC rappers, y'all know how it go, man. I don't feel them. Just cause they ain't feel me. You know what I mean? It was a long time when I was rapping that didn't nobody see no come up. You know what I mean? I felt like I was doing the same or better than they was doing. You know what I mean? I'm looking at it like, how could y'all listen to this? Y'all don't even know them. You know what I mean? Like, I walked into the front door at the sign in at the office, and the lady still remember my name.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the lady with the hat with the little beard. You know what I mean? She just look at me like Ace or something. I said, you say that like you know me? Yeah, I do. You know what I mean? And they know who I am. There's no denying. Like, you ain't seen I've been on the radio around here. I've been doing it. I got TLB I've been. Like, y'all, there's no discrepancies about this. You know what I mean? And just like I said with DC, how it's basically my environment that I was raised in. Like, back in the day, we didn't care about what you had unless you had street credibility. You could have all the money in the world, like, that shit don't mean shit unless you could back it up in the block. You know what I mean? And the same goes for in this industry. Like, I don't remember these guys, so I can't sit here and condone to what they talking about is the truth. And then I hear some of the stuff they talking about bricks and coke, and I don't remember none of this going down like that. You know what I mean? We was in the go-go's, there wasn't no bricks on the streets. You know what I mean? That's where it was at. We was selling goop and we was fighting and shooting each other at the weekends. None of this $10 million, $100,000, all this money you guys talking about they was getting in. I don't know. I don't condone to these guys. I don't remember them. So I don't. And I know how bad that sounded in the interview, how salty it is, but it's just the truth.
No, it sounds real.
It's just the truth. And then when you interview them, it's going to be the same thing. They're going to say, hey, I don't like nobody else around here. I don't listen to nobody around here. And that's just, it's not my fault, not their fault, it's not nobody in this room fault. That's just our environment. We grew up like that. That's all we know.
Yeah. Well, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
That's crazy. I saw myself right here. I ain't really even think about it. Everything been good the past year, so I haven't been really focusing on too far ahead. But I live my life on structure. Like, everything I'm doing, I know I'm about to do. Like, I knew I was coming here today, last week. You know what I mean? I ain't just wake up and was like, oh, we gotta go to Wilson. Like, I hate out of unorganized shit, you know what I mean? But 5 years, I need to be up. I need to be all the way up as far as setting my kids straight for the next 15 years. You know what I mean? Well, in 5 years, my kids need to be set for the next 15 years. And then after them 15 years, we gotta get it for the next 30 years. You know what I mean? So I'm working on getting them right.
What's your favorite DC slang word? Like, what word do you say the most that only DC people say?
Mo.
Oh, you gotta stop that nigga saying
More,
that
yeah,
shit
the whole
love.
world.
That's
I got something for him though, cause I'm gonna take it back to the old school joint, off the Bama joint, off the when our parents were the joke.
Oh.
Take it back to Joe. They ain't gonna know nothing. They ain't gonna know what hit them. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna do it at the next mixtape with now. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give him the Joe. You know what I mean?
God.
You know, give him back to the Joe. They were like, damn, this nigga cool. Man, I just thought I was catching up. I just said Mo. You know what I mean? Now he's on Joe. Oh shit. Fuck it him up.
Google that.
Murder him up.
Do you go to the corner store a lot? Still? And what do you get from the corner store? Like, always got to get from the corner store.
Sprite and Fanta and backwoods.
What kind of backwoods you like?
Sweet aromatic. Sweet aromatic. There's 3 different ways to say it. Sweet aromatic, sweet aromatic, sweet aromatic. Quarter star. Nah, what's the word? I really like to say I think I live a luxury life. Luxurious life, you know what I mean? But it ain't all the way like that. We ain't 5-star every day all like that. You know what I mean? Still go to the corner store and get my necessities. You know what I mean? My shits. But yeah, I don't eat McDonald's or nothing like that.
Mhm.
That's out of the new good. I don't stoop down to none of that. McDonald's, Popeyes, Wendy's, fucking Long John Silver's. It's terrible. Yeah. Why is there a Long John Silver here? That's like a McDonald's of seafood. Who does this? Who does this? Yeah.
What has been the most inspirational moment in your life? Like, you just woke up and something happened. You was like, damn, like,
Shit, yesterday I got verified on Twitter.
Hey. Hey.
Like, for real.
Man, look.
And then I ain't recorded in like 6 months. So I went in the studio yesterday. I don't even be recording in DC. I ain't recorded in DC in years. So I went in the studio yesterday around my way and ended up with 3 good joints. Got verified that same day. Some other little stuff. I had a good day yesterday. I can't complain. I have a good day today, you know what I mean?
do you listen to underground DC rappers a lot?
I try not to listen to artists because then you start sounding like them without even knowing you sounding like them. You know what I mean? Like if a painter stop watching another painter and just keep looking at one specific, like if Rembrandt just kept looking at Picasso and never looked at anybody else type of art, never get any type of idea from anything else, then you just gonna think just like that. That's all you get. You brainwashing yourself in a sense without you even knowing it. You know what I mean? So I try to stay away from any artist, not even just DC. It ain't got nothing to do with DC. I just stay away from all artists. I don't listen to Rocky. I don't listen to Chief Keef. I don't listen to none of these guys because then I'll end up sounding like them. And that's the last thing I need because I can't handle that. Like, they can get away with sounding like me. But if I try to sound like them, then the whole world won't stop. You know? No, my God, Gleesh trying to sound like A$AP Rocky. Oh my God, you suck. I fucking hate you, Gleesh. Everybody gonna kill you. All right, dog, chill out. Chill out. It's just the way my voice sounds. It's not my fault. All right?
Do you read all the tweets you get, all the mentions?
Sometimes.
Do you reply to them?
I try not to because I can say some wild shit.
He reads all of them. Nothing gets past him.
Yeah, nothing gets past me, right?
He's like, Will, Vlad hit me up. Are you doing an interview? I'm like, yes, Gleesh. I already talked to Vlad. We set up next time we're in LA. Don't worry.
But I try not to reply. Like, I've been working on that because people, like, on Twitter, they say some dumb-ass shit. Like, I might just tweet, I got a show in D.C., boo-bop bang, tomorrow, right? And I probably was tweeting that for a whole month. Then the show passed. And then somebody in D.C. like, when your next D.C. show? Nigga. It was on Instagram for a whole month straight. Twitter for a whole year straight. You missed my show, and now you talking about what my next show is? Or I might tweet like, my tour coming out. I'm not going to any city that ain't paying me. So y'all need y'all promoter to contact me. If y'all expecting me to pull up to y'all city, not knowing nobody, not knowing no venue, like where I'm supposed to perform at, how I'm supposed to, y'all think I just
pull up, I got mic and stereo right here in my jacket or something. Like, how do you think this is going to work? Then I might tweet that and then somebody be like, well, come to Manassas. Nigga, like, how, what are you talking about? Like, that, so like, people on Twitter, but I think they just say that just to get a reaction out of me and stuff.
Yeah.
So I try to pick my battles, you know what I mean? But I do see everything. Everything that got something to do with Gleesh, I see.
How's your tour going?
We ain't started yet. We still booking shows. When the date, first date, the 29th?
19.
Where you going?
Where that is?
Starting at Virginia Beach, and then we're adding a second leg on it, so we're gonna add like 7 or 8 more dates, but we haven't announced that yet.
Yeah, so we still in the process of setting up travel arrangements, booking tickets, booking venues, booking more shows, and putting more stuff on the fly. We ain't starting no days yet. The tour started on the 19th, but we still adding cities and stuff. So. Yeah, tour life, man, it get hard. I used to hate when people be like, man, I'm tired, I want to go home. I hate tour, I hate being on the road. I like, nigga, you was at home talking about you want to go on tour and be on the road. Now you talking about this, but I see what they mean. It's tiring, like you want to go home. You know what I mean? Like, just think about working nonstop and not going home and lay in your bed. You know what I mean? Like, you got to lay down in the trap. Like, if you slept in the trap before, you would know that you ain't get a full night's rest like you would have had in your bed. Like, sleeping on the couch like this, that to everybody else, you not getting really good rest like you could if you was sleeping in your bed. You know what I mean? And you can't really work on 100%, 110% if you ain't get that much, you know what I mean, get your rest in. So that gets tiring, it can beat you down. And then the food, the diet and all that come into it, like you ain't really got a spot to go eat where you want to eat at, like you may eat Fridays every day. But you're on the road, so it's McDonald's right here. It ain't Fridays in Idaho. You know what I mean? You like, what the fuck, I'm about to eat Carl's Jr., shit like that. White Castle, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't even know White Castle was a real thing till you go out of town and see that shit's real, you know what I mean? Tour life though.
What do you do before your show? Like, how do you get ready? Routine?
Backwards.
I gotta have my booth, but I really gotta maybe really the DC shows I be having more problems with. Out of town shows I don't be really nervous, but it be DC shows, it's too much stuff could come into effect. Somebody I might have took down a couple years ago might want to catch me right here. I know I would be trying my hand. I don't know why people haven't. I'm like, hey, if he did that to me, I'll be coming to get you at your show. You loafing, you was all the way down. That's your fault. You a rapper. That's your fault. You know what I mean? I be taking that into account. And then DC, I just be trying to over impress them. Because, you know, I just feel like I had shit to prove to them. I still don't feel like I proved myself to DV, because they don't allow me to let me feel like that, you know what I mean? Like, I should feel like I proved myself, but they don't allow me to, because they still look at me like, I still ain't, like, they don't put me on their list for top rappers and this shit and none of that shit. They don't even acknowledge me and all that, so I just, you know what I mean? DC shows, I be having the most anxiety to them. All the other shows, it ain't really like nervousness or nothing like that, or all might fail or do bad. And I don't be really treating them that. It's just DC shows is more about, I got to show these niggas that this is what we doing. You know what I mean? Look at somebody from y'all city, look at what we doing. Look at this. Ain't nobody else doing nothing like this. You know what I mean? This is it.
I came to your show actually on Thanksgiving, and you were pretty late. Why are you so late to your show?
What was you late for, man?
It was like 11 o'clock.
Now, I remember we had to
almost
cut Benny's set because they pushed everything back. Honestly, all that, I mean, we all the answer promoter, so.
Nah, what the real deal was, it's my friends, dog. It's the real shit. Like, just like how I say, like, they don't let me feel like I'm accomplished. Like, these motherfuckers do not care that I am who I am. Like, they come to my show later than I come to my show. Like, they walking in 35 minutes in my set. Like, nigga, why you here? Like, what you doing? Like, I've been trying to get you. And then they feel some type of way if I'm just going to the show and just go perform. I gotta perform. All these people in here that came to see me. I gotta give them a show. I can't sit here and wait for you to get here. Like, these niggas be dead ass thinking I'm supposed to. Oh, you can't get us and you ain't got to let. Yeah, I'll sit here and wait for 20 minutes. You think I'm late, you know what I mean? And they thinking I'm being Hollywood, you know what I mean? I turn my back on them, now they thinking I'm changed or something. But it's really, nigga, come the fuck on, man. This is a business, niggas ain't wearing on the block like this, like you tweaking. I got shit to do. This motherfucker dead ass coming to my shit late. And, you know, that's why I feel salty. You know what I mean? Cause you would come to my shit late. Would you play with any other artists like that? Like Rocky was here or something like that? Like, this was a big ass opportunity. Would y'all really be sitting with that another nigga making him late? Like, if his security, like, you fucking up my whole go through, like, the security, all this shit, like, the check-in and all that. Like, it could be anybody walking in because you coming in late. Like, shit fucking up. You fucking up the whole schedule. You know what I mean? But it's a little slick shit out there having to deal with. You know what I mean? Like that the street, that the world don't see. You know what I mean? The world don't see what I deal with in the streets. And the streets don't see what I deal with in the world. Like they just don't understand. It's not a great understanding on what's going on from both spectrums. This is a totally different world. And this is a totally different world. They don't fucking understand each other. Y'all just leave them away from each other. You know what I mean?
A lot of rappers usually, get fame. They get signed to a label and they change, like their whole persona change. They start dressing different. They don't go back to their hometown. They don't go back. They're not on media anymore. Do you ever see yourself changing, becoming like a whole, another person, like losing the real you?
Nah, I see how people could go Hollywood though. Like it's not hard to, because the real deal is, it's like somebody, a majority of the people that y'all see that is famous, Jamie Foxx, Chris Rock, Chris Tucker, anybody, you know what I mean? Even probably Jackie Chan, like, they probably had an idea where they wanted to go. And to everybody else who knew them, it was a joke.
Yeah.
Like, for me to be rapping is a joke. Because, like I said, I wasn't on lead mic or anything that had nothing to do with anything that's vocally, anything. I was quiet as shit in school. Like, I would just smoke my weed and do my thing, you know what I mean? Don't fuck with me, leave me alone. No, you know what I mean? So, for people to take that as a joke, you know what I mean? That's the same way as anything else. Like, people probably, especially for somebody in D.C., like we all said, it's a barrel of crab. So, you look at all the famous people that left D.C., they not coming back. Why would they come back? Nobody supported them on their way out. Then nobody know Dave Chappelle was from D.C. We ain't go to none of his shows. And none of that shit, we ain't help support that man.
Huh? What to do?
Yeah.
What to do?
Genuine. What the fuck? Do anything with Genuine. Marvin Gaye. Tank. Taja P. Hansen.
Oh, yeah.
I even think Terrence Howard from D.C.
Jackson, cuz.
Yeah, I think Terrence Howard from D.C. I heard him say Bama in one of them movies. I swear he from Southeast or something. Like, but you wouldn't know these motherfuckers from D.C. Why? But they don't want to claim they from D.C. because when they were coming out of D.C., it was nobody believed in them. And then there was probably 5 other people doing the same thing that they doing. They in competition. Like, this is why I say, like, can't deal with nobody in D.C. Like, I can't respect nobody because it's in competition. There's such a harsh competition that it's not even no room for friendships or relationships, like not even like friendly competition. You know what I mean? No, there ain't room for friendly competition. Like you just straight competition, you just in the way, all the way. You know what I mean? So I see how people go Hollywood because it's really like people, like how I said with my friends, like how they think I owe them to wait for them to come to the show on their time. But then if I go in there, then I'm Hollywood. So it's that easy. So I can make this decision, like, I can sit here and wait for my friends to have y'all mad at me being late, or which I think is late, and start Hollywood with my friends, which I wouldn't even see that though. You know what I mean? So it's shit I got to deal with. It's always bigger than what you think. It ain't never just like Nobody's brain is just on blank space and they just walking slow and just walking to the show late. Like, I wasn't thinking about nothing. Like, we got in here, I'm late, y'all, fuck y'all, you know what I mean? Like, it was shit I was dealing with before that made me, you know what I mean? Like, and when people deal with this on a whole bunch of levels, and then when they deal with this, like, on some real money level where their life can be in danger, right? Like, I'm outside trying to get you in the club, but somebody can ride up in the alley. I'm the main artist. This is the people everybody want to come see. Somebody can come through in this alley and fuck me over. But I'm out here trying to get you in. You know what I mean? So, man, that shit, it's difficult, man. It's always two sides of the story, man. For real.
Alright, let's do last question right now.
Have you got 2 more questions?
Yes.
So I know you get a lot of females now. How you decipher the ones who are actually down for you and the ones who just want the money?
You just talked about this.
I don't decipher. I don't give them. They don't give them that play. I don't give them that lead where I don't give them that inch to take a mile. Cause I've been doing this. Like, I've been in these streets. I'm nobody. I'm not some new cat that nobody's never heard of. Like, I went to this school. Lady at the front desk remember me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like a mystery guy. Like, and I've been out here. I've been doing this shit. I've been on the radio around here. I've been had a name around here. I've been doing this shit. It's like nothing new. So, especially for girls in this area, like, you just now fucking with me, don't expect me to fuck with you. Like, don't expect me to invest no time in you. But if I invest in time with you, I can invest in time with the last bitch. Now, y'all ain't fucking with me now because I'm up right now. You know what I mean? That's the only reason you fuck with me or you even know about me because I am who I am. 2 years ago, you wasn't dealing with me. You had nothing. You didn't care what I was saying. Even when I be like, man, why y'all listening to these niggas? Why y'all listening to this nigga? Y'all ain't care what the fuck I had to say. You know what I mean? But I've still been here. I ain't like you ain't never heard my name before. You just ain't never paid me no mind. That's your fault. And you gonna get treated like how you get treated. Ain't no deciphering who is real and not, because they all knew.
Alright, my last question. Well, you know, the legalization of gay rights and all that, and you know, everybody getting married and all these rules and regulations. How do you feel about, you know, the LGBTQ community, and if you had a family member or child who came out and said, I'm gay, how would you feel about that?
I ain't homophobic. I ain't never had a problem with gay people. My mother got gay friends and stuff, so I always, you know what I mean, I always knew what it was. Like, I ain't got no problem with gay people. As far as marriages, I don't want to get married to a girl. I don't give a fuck who get married right now, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. Fuck out my face, you know what I mean? Y'all gonna be miserable over there, you know what I mean? I don't care, you know what I mean?